Now, many of you already know that NEO, their plan is always to double sales that they reported last year. You will know that NEO last year sold just almost 222,000 cars, or 221,970 cars, and their plan was to double that figure this year. But year to date, that is from January to September, NEO has delivered 221,000. This information was done by Javi at Neo World. Someone just shared this photo with me, and I thought it was a good illustration showing where Neo is currently coming from since inception to date. So year to date, like I said, that chart, you'll notice that Neo has sold 201,221 cars, which is something that is very, very good. The color coding, the yellow represents Firefly, the red represents ONVO, and the black is NEO. You will know that ONVO only started selling, or NEO only started selling their ONVO sub-brand last year in September. That is why you will see the red just a tiny bit last year, or just 20,000, or representing 20,000 of the 221,970 that they sold last year. But this year, we've got black, we've got red, we've got yellow, which the yellow now it's Firefly, which started deliveries this year around April, which year to date they've sold over 20,000 cars, or 20,000 units, which is something that is very, very good. I mean, Firefly, we discussed about the massive performance that they are pulling out, or that they are putting onto the EV small cars for all to see out there. I mean, for the month of September, everyone was shocked based off the deliveries that Firefly reported for the month of September, which equated to around 5,770, which is way higher than what so many people expected. Even Firefly had said the target is 5,000, but they got to almost 6,000, which is something that is very, very good. So you will notice there that year to date, NEO is currently sitting at 201,221 cars, which the NEO main brand car has sold 111,000 cars, 373, followed by, of course, the ONVO sub brand that has sold 69,518 cars, followed by then the last one, Firefly, at 20,330. This is, like I said, until September, or end of September of this year, which is something that is very, very good, and it shows us that the great performance that NEO has made over the years. I mean, check 2018, the year that NEO started selling their cars, which the first model that year, you know that it was the NEO ES8. NEO ES8, it is the first model that NEO started selling, and year one, which was 2018, they sold 11,348. 2019, they sold 20,565. 2020, the year that I started investing into NEO personally, I joined NEO, or I started investing and covering NEO videos on this channel back in 2020. But this channel, when it started, like I've told you, started as a channel where I was covering a lot of stocks, but now it's just a NEO channel, right? So I started buying NEO that year, July of 2020. It is the year that it is the time that I started buying NEO, and that year NEO sold 43,728. 2021, they sold 91,429. 2022, they sold 122,486. 2023, they sold 160,038 cars. 2024, they sold 221,970, and 2025, from January to September, they have sold 201,221. Now, NEO, to see them at least surpassing or exceeding 200,000 just at the end of Q3, it is pretty good, right? Though we know that they might not double their sales this year, this figure, it's still very, very good, because this month, guess what? This month that we are in, NEO is going to surpass the kind of deliveries that they reported for the full year of 2024, which is that 221,970, which this, my friend, is something that is very, very good. So I like this, right? In as much as we might not double sales, or NEO might not double their sales this year, I like this progress, because especially now in Q4, Knowing that NEO is already at 200, 350,000 should be easily possible for NEO, because the target for NEO right now in Q4 is to see themselves selling 150,000 cars. Add 150,000 cars to that 200 and 1,000, you are looking at over 350,000 cars that NEO is going to sell or would have sold this year, which is something that is very, very good, and it's something that shows us that, of course, we need to brace ourselves for what is coming. I think 2025 it's going to be one of the good years for NEO, because in Q4 that is when NEO, this quarter, they tend to profitability, non-GAAP, right? They tend to profitability, which is something that is very, very good, and we are waiting for that to come to pass. Next year, there is a possibility that NEO goes over 500,000 units annually. There is a big possibility that we see that taking place, or we see that happening, and it will be great to see NEO maybe doubling their sales. But I think 500,000 should be the base for NEO next year, because already in Q1, NEO CEO has already dropped a bombshell of saying that they are seeing themselves generating half of the sales that they are going to generate in Q4. Worst case scenario, because of the tax incentives. But now, because NEO decided to be proactive, they can still sell over 100,000 cars in Q1 of next year, because they are going to offer for their all new NEO ES8, they will be offering the tax subsidies, incentives, which they will be offering for those that don't get the deliveries of their all new NEO ES8. All new NEO ES8 delivery wise, locked orders, it's around 90,000, and this is something that, of course, gives us the confidence that in Q1 next year, NEO will still be able to do very, very well in terms of deliveries, and we look forward to that, my dear friends. So yeah, man, I am happy, I am excited. When I saw this table summarizing not only how far NEO has come this year, but showing where NEO is coming from since inception, it's so good, man. You can see the charts, the bar. It shows that NEO is indeed growing. It's a company that is growing, company that is doing so well, and we expect and hope to see this continuing even in the years to come. I don't want to make this video too long. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win, and those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will be rewarded with time. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell. I will see you on the next one. And that is all from me, my dear friends. And God bless you all.